Nestled in a flat valley within the San Juan Mountains, the historic town of Silverton, Colorado, at an elevation of 9,300 feet, is the northern terminus for the famous Durango and Silverton narrow gauge railroad. We're standing on the shoulder of Highway 550, overlooking the town of just over 600 residents. For the most part, mining helped to put this town on the map. Today, the town is largely dependent on tourist dollars. The summer months represent the busy season here. By the time of our visit in October of 2018, tourism was beginning to wind down. Even the trains won't come into town anywhere near the winter months due to heavy snow buildup and a high probability for avalanches. The town of Durango is less than 40 miles away as the crow flies, but the train ride is 3.5 hours one way. Although getting there is half the fun. The towns of Silverton and Durango are connected by the Animas River, Highway 550, and the Durango and Silverton Railroad. We caught the second of two departures from Silverton, led by engine 486, as it began its 45.2-mile trip back to Durango. A good part of this route is inaccessible by car, but that's often looked at as a good thing from a train riding standpoint. Nearly 200,000 riders help to keep the Durango and Silverton in business each year. Since there's a slight descending grade leaving town, gravity did most of the work as the track followed the river. Near Hermosa, engine 481, leading the first train, rolled through under threatening skies. In the late 19th century, stretching into the 1960s, the Denver and Rio Grande Western had a sprawling network of 3-foot gauge tracks throughout much of southern Colorado and northern New Mexico. With profits dwindling, the mighty narrow gauge system began to shrink. The last train to come into Durango from the east was in December 1968, and the portion of the track from Chama, New Mexico to Durango was pulled up by 1971. Today, the Cumbres and Toltec Scenic Railway operates on 64 miles of narrow-gauge track between Antonito and Chama, while the Durango and Silverton keeps an additional 45 miles in service. The two tourist lines are only separated by a little over 100 miles. A little further south, we caught another run-by, with the Big Baldwin in its time-honored tradition of producing steam and the smell of cinder smoke to the delight of the passengers. Downtown Durango always made for a perfect western town-style setting as steam-powered trains arrived or left town. Let's enjoy the sights and sounds as engine 481 brought its train into town. After spending the night, we caught the first departure the following morning under a light rainfall. The trestle over the Animas River north of downtown always made for a great photo location. Today was no exception. Engine 486 took the second train out of town with our final run-by. They say there's two groups of people in this world, those who rode on the Durango and Silverton, and those who plan on riding the Durango and Silverton. Which group are you with? Thanks for watching.